Okay guys, so I'm going to teach you today how to actually navigate, because last time we set up the account and chose the template that we're going to use, and now we're going to learn how to create the template and make it our own. So you're going to sign in, and remember it's your school email and your password that you use to log on to the computers. So once you're logged in, it should be popped up right. It'll be already on the My Sites tab, and you should see your scrapbook right there. So just click Edit Site. And mine looks a little different from the template already because I've been playing around in here and trying to make it my own, and so I can teach you guys how to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to change the image. So this applies for all images. As you see, you scroll on here, I've changed some of them here, it applies. So I'm going to change this image, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to want to upload it. I've already used all of these, so I don't want to put them in again. I want to choose a new image. If you haven't already uploaded an image and there aren't any here, it'll say it probably right about right here. It'll say upload from computer or upload image. Since I've already uploaded pictures, mine's in my right hand corner. So I'm going to click upload image, and I can go to my desktop or my documents folder or my downloads folder. This applies to all computers. I'm not doing anything on it that only a Mac has. As you can see, I'm on a Mac. So let's say I want to add a different picture. So I'm going to choose this one. So I'm going to open, and then I'm going to press done, and see how it's highlighted around in blue. So that means I've selected that image, and I'm going to apply, and it changed that image. Now, as you can see, my head is kind of cut off. So what I want to do is I want to go to settings, and you can see if any of them change and fit it better. Now sometimes there's nothing to fix it, and you're going to have to choose a different picture that fits it better, or choose an image in a way that crops it. Let's see if this loads. Okay, well that's not where you change it anyway, but none of these really, I think that one looks the best. Just for time's sake, I'm going to leave it. But if this were your actual project, you want to make sure that it actually looks good. So now that this is a blue kind of theme and there's red everywhere, I want to change this to a red theme. So, as you can see, I've already edited this text. To edit the text, you just click on the text that you want, click Edit Text, and then you can start typing. So, just like I had before. Maybe I don't want it in all caps. I am Naomi. And here, it's recommended that you write the qualities, just like in our brainstorm, how we brainstormed artifacts, and then the qualities that those artifacts made you. Maybe write, like I had before, I am helpful, creative, and a good leader. Now sometimes these things get in your way and you can just move them to wherever you want it on the screen so you can see it. Okay, so now I want to change my color. So just like any other, you highlight what you want to change, you go to color, and I'm going to choose blue. And you can also add color and make it a custom color or use these colors. I like these because you can keep it within the same theme. Alright, and then you can change like how big they are, the font. Which one was it on? It was on huge heading. You can change the font to whatever you want and make it your own. You can change the size to make it fit better. This is just like a normal text box anywhere. Now let's say I wanted to change this background. Background, color, and that changes it down here because you have that selected. And you also can make it an image if you want, but that might be too distracting. So I'm going to change it there, and you can just go in and change all the font. Now over here, you can change. Oh, those are the header. See, so this is the header up here, so I want to change it to a different blue. Or I'll go with tan. Okay, and then, so I changed it. And I can go in and I can change the font too if I want. And then here is basic add. So you can add a new text box, and you can choose what you want. You can add an image, and the image will just add randomly. It won't be put into an already. You can add another gallery, which I'll show you guys about in a minute. You can add buttons. Some of these don't really apply. You can add boxes. This is kind of make it more custom. You guys kind of just will go with the, you don't need to add anything extra. All you need to do is add into what the template already has. So as you can see, there's 9 slots, and you can just delete the ones that you don't use if you only have 6 artifacts, things like that. So we're going to keep going on, and you can see here that also, this thing in the corner, you can either exit out of it if you don't want it, or you can move it over. Just make sure to move it. You go where like these little dots are, and then you can move it over so it's out of your way. So this is the About section. So as you can see, I already wrote about me. I'm going to edit the text. I'm going to make it white. That looks easier to read for you guys. Okay, so I just wrote a little bit about me. I said where I go to school, what I want to do, kind of just a little bit about me, that I enjoy watching HGTV, and then a little fun fact. Now what I suggest doing for these two is I suggest just completely deleting this text box and changing this to a title about what you're going to add here. I would add just a fun little picture, maybe an additional picture of you, another picture of you, or a picture of one of your hobbies that you mentioned, or a picture of your friends, a picture of your family, and kind of put that, or like more about me, so change this to more about me, and then have like a picture and then like a little caption, or just something that isn't your what I've done, because that doesn't really apply, because this is going to be a scrapbook of what has made you you, and that's what we're going to do over here. So you're going to change this one to say about my portfolio. Or about my scrapbook, or about my website. And see how this is kind of on the side. You can, over here, you can align it to be set. Oh, that's not what we wanted. See, even I'm still playing around with it. So we're going to undo that, if I can. We're just going to move it back. Okay. Edit text. There we go. Okay, so it's here. So I increase the indent or alignment, and this will align it center. So that's a little tip for everyone. If you want to align the text in the text box and keep it where it is, scroll down and do it this way. Don't click the ones over here, because that will move it in relation to the whole web page, and it'll get all mixed up. So even there's spacing. You guys can play around with that. The text box stuff is pretty self-explanatory because it is similar to Microsoft Word. If you have questions about it though, feel free to ask. Also, so this is about my portfolio. So here you're just gonna write edit text about how why won't it work? So in this portfolio, you will find items that have shaped who I am today. And you would go on longer and explain, do kind of a 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 sentences explaining what this portfolio is and what you can find in it. And then down here, this is where I added a little description. So here you can add a description. So it's just, again, kind of like here are some of the things that make me me. And I also say put your mouse over the picture to see a description, because I'm going to show you guys a preview of the website. If you go to the preview, you can see that a caption comes up when you scroll over it. And this one I've kind of changed to show you guys, but that's, I'm a title, I'm a description. So I'm going to go back to my editor, and I'm going to change this image. I'm going to add an image, upload an image, and I'm just going to do one really fast. So I'm just going to do this one. It's a cartoon that I made, or a comic. Okay. So then it's selected. Now, see these numbers here? So that's the order that it goes in. So instead of it adding on behind it, it booted that one over. So there's my comic. Now, if you click change image, I'm going to select this number 1, and then I'm going to scroll down, and this is the title. So I'm going to change the title to cartoon. And this description is where you add that description that you guys have been creating in class on Google Docs. So this is where you add in, this is the cartoon that I created, and yada yada yada, and this is the description that you guys have been writing. And also in this section, you guys are going to add your analysis or your explanation. So for the ones that you have that additional analysis, copy and paste your description here, or write your description here, and then create a space, and then add it as another paragraph into the description. So then let's see, this is my description, blah 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 blah. And then you do like a space, and then this is my analysis or explanation, yada yada yada. So we're going to click done. And if we go and we preview it, you can see as I scroll over it, this is my cartoon, is the title, this is my description, this is my analysis, and that's what it'll look like for every one of the pictures. So remember to save your work. So when you press save, this is what it says. So what it says is publish these changes live to the following domain. So they were already saved, so if you were to exit out right now, all your work would be normal. What they mean now is they want you to publish the work so that if you were to go exactly to this website, it would look like what you're creating. So once you're all done with your entire website, just click publish now. When you're finished with everything, all your pictures are in, and then you can press done. And then when it said, I'll just publish again. When it says publish, you can go and you can actually view your site and see the URL is different than this one, different than the editor. So this is, you can give this website out to your parents, to friends, and it'll take them to this website. And they can see all of the work that you've done. And it's a real website. So that's what you guys are going to be creating, and I hope that you guys have fun with it. Even I'm having fun creating a sample one for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy.